A big hello and a warm welcome to all of you amazing people out there on my channel, the Twinflame Union. In this channeling, this is a very fun channeling because the Divine Masculine, and you can also say that it's a vision. This vision came to me and the channeling came to me in the first week of August. And in this, the Divine Masculine and the Divine Feminine are kind of having a very fun talk with each other. They're pulling each other's leg. They are confessing love, but they are not doing it directly. And as you go into the channeling, as I relay the channeling with you all, you will understand the emotion between these two. And this phase, you can say this phase is coming more clearly in 2020 because 2020 is the year of twin flame unions, and if not union, then it is a year of a lot of twin flames coming into the understanding about love and unconditional love, and most importantly it's about being happy because both of them have gone through so much drama, and drama happens in anyone's life because there are fears and desires. When you don't have fears and desires, you will not have any drama because you won't care about anything. You won't bother because you are in a surrendered state. So when you have already surrendered and there is the radiance and the glow, then you won't really feel bad about anything. The Divine Masculine and the Feminine, they've had many past issues because there were so many triggers. Every time one did something, said something, went somewhere, the other got so impacted, deeply impacted, that they could not first of all forgive each other, they could not apprehend each other, they could not then communicate with each other, both of them, because they are mirror of each other. And now I'm talking about the partners in this journey. They were mirroring each other, so obviously, they were mirroring each other's triggers as well as each other's negativity as well. So as time passed by and they both healed, they literally died. The old self literally died. It's a death. In tarot, the death card, for some people, they see it very negatively. But the death card always means that what is old must die. Okay, so once their old selves died, new selves were born, and these new selves don't really care so much. So now, to know which state you are in or which stage you are in, and to know the solutions, because in tarot reading also, guys and girls, whosoever is listening, you have to understand that tarot, don't go for tarot for predictions because the predictions can really destroy your peace of mind. Go for solutions. If you keep a hand on your heart, you know what your condition and situation is. You basically need solution to come out of your current deep dark moods, the dark night of the soul, right? So in this channeling, the Divine Masculine and the Divine Feminine are confessing their love for each other, but they are doing it in a very fun way. Okay, and they are sort of playing with each other. They are in very playful mood. And if you guys are in separation, if you are in separation and you're listening to this channeling, then know that whosoever resonates with it, you would know that you and your divine counterpart, you both have also had funny parts. Like you both also used to laugh at each other, you used to crack jokes on each other, you would giggle with each other, you would play with each other, but you stopped doing that when the dark moods came in, and then the separation phases happened, and then the dark night of the soul. And for some of you, this major separation happened after a lot of on and off, which means you met, you fought, then separation, then you met again, then you fought again, then separation, then you met again, then you fought again. It went on and on to a point that you both could not take it anymore. You were like, okay, to hell with it. And obviously it is the masculine who is the first person to make the strong decision that, okay, I'm done with this and I don't want to. And later on, he's the one who cries the most. Now, those of you who don't know about the woos of the masculine, you would get to know when the union happens or when they come back to you. Even if the union does not happen, you obviously know your masculine very well. You know that they are stubborn, you know that they are egoistic, and egoistic people cry more than the person who's not egoistic. You would know that, because the one who's not egoistic will forgive and will move on, because the divine feminines normally move on first and then they start working on the mission, they surrender, and after that this divine masculine realizes that look at this one, she's so happy, look at her, she's smiling, cracking jokes, she's putting all this online, look at her, he's a stalker too. First the feminine was a stalker, then the masculine becomes the stalker. So when he stalks, and good, so for some people it's good if you stalk, because though I tell you, once you have already stalked, you have made your notes and your points, then don't do it. Don't do it every day. Don't go onto the social media and keep looking. Whatever has triggered you, note it down and say, this is what triggered me when I stalked him. And for some very intelligent divine feminines, this is the stalking or whatever information they find out, be it stalking or be it if they have a circle or somebody tells them something, or some of you get very strong dreams. Some of you are really very, like advanced souls. So you also do traveling, astral projections. You guys are doing a lot on this planet, but the only thing is there's no direction. So 6 minutes into this channeling, I would like to say one more thing before I go fully into it. It's also going to be an extensive channeling, that if you want to know your personal stage, if you need counseling, you need guidance, you really don't know what to do and you're stuck in a bad zone, then do write to me. I'm also available for coaching, for helping you out, for doing your readings, because I would love to help anyone. But remember that the seriousness and the will to change your condition, your situation, has to come from within you. All right, so what is happening here? So basically these two have met after a long time and they are in a very happy, fun mood. The divine feminine is singing and dancing and she's chirpy basically, and the divine masculine is very happy and blah blah blah, and he's looking at her, and they suddenly get into that zone of negativity, and not like bad negativity, but it's like, the feminine says to the masculine, and I'm so good, okay, I'm so good, I'm so bright, I'm so amazing, but you are the one who did not realize my value. You're the one who was like acting so pricey, acting so like, okay, I'm this, I'm that, thinking too much about yourself. Okay, she's saying that to him. And she's not saying it with poison in her mind, but she's saying it in the fun way, like you're taunting someone. And earlier, this divine masculine also, he had to learn his lessons by, you can say, getting a kick on his ass. Both of them got kicks on their asses. That's how they learned. So when he learned, he realized that earlier when she used to taunt me with something, I used to go furious. I used to go mad. I would take out my sword and my weapons and I would be like, start firing at her. Now he realizes that when she taunts me, I better not take it very seriously. I rather take it in a fun way. Otherwise, this can turn into a war zone. I don't want to do that anymore. I know that she loves me and I obviously can't do without her. Both of us love each other unconditionally. So she is going to taunt me. Now I need to handle it like, how pickle is. It's so sour and there's some sweetness in it, and you enjoy it with that sound of, it's like fun, you don't complain, oh pickle, this is so bad. You love the pickle. So this is almost like having a sweet, salty, sour pickle, but having it in a fun way and making it turn into some kind of a dessert. That's the fun part. So she says that I'm this beautiful, I'm this diva, I'm so amazing, I'm like this, that, and you, look at you. You didn't even realize my worth. You were like treating me so badly, acting so pricey, acting like this arrogant guy, some Prince Charming. And why did I even get trapped in you? Like, why did I even waste my time with you? Why did I get entangled with you? Okay, because, when you look at my face, look at my beauty, I'm so much better than you, Then he says, oh, hello, you are not that beautiful, you're not that gorgeous, or you're not that attractive. It's my face who's much better. I'm the one who's more handsome. I'm the one who's more attractive than you. And if you are good looking, then he says, if you are good looking, if you are some diva as you think, then I am also no less than you. Okay, you must be fine, beautiful girl, I obviously fell for you, but come on, don't give me this bullshit. I am also no less than you. And then and this is really funny channeling, I must say. I had a good time. Actually, for one whole week, this channeling made me laugh a lot because I could visualize, I had those visions of, the masculine pretending not to be so affected by her. But she also knows and he also knows that inside they are both craving for each other always. So, wanting to be with each other. And this attachment was the cause of separation. Believe it or not, whenever you have attachment with anyone, that attachment will make you cry. If you have some very strong desire, it will make you cry. But when you get over it, when you are out of that attachment, it will all look like a stupid comedy to you, comedy of errors to you. So now they are above, all that, they are in that stage. So now she says, so many, the Divine Feminine says that, there are so many men who desire me. I'm that beautiful, I'm so cute, and I'm so nice, that so many men desire me. In a way, someone can say that there are millions, I have millions, I can get millions followers or million of people coming after me. Okay. And it was you are the one who did not want me back then. You are the one who said, good riddance, go away, get lost, or whatever. You are the one who ignored me. You did not understand my value. Okay. And then he says, oh, please, I was never after you. You were after me. Okay. The Divine Masculine says, I was not the one following you, chasing you. You were the one chasing me. Okay. Don't forget that. You were the one pursuing me. She says, oh, I never pursued you. You pursued me, then I pursued you. And then you played this game. So, if I am not so beautiful and you are not so, you are not the one pursuing me, you are the one not one chasing me, then tell me, who is that person, who is that woman, who is that girl who has such a magical beauty? Who is such a magical beauty? Who has such a beautiful face, more beautiful than me? I have this magical face, I have this magical beauty. Show me that woman, show me that person who can beat me in this game of beauty, who can be more attractive, more fun, more, whatever I am for you. Show me that woman who can please your eyes, soothe your eyes the way I can do it. I want to know. I challenge you. And then so tell me, who are you following? Whose name are you chanting? Who are you thinking about? Whose songs are you singing? Whose dance are you dancing? Is she somebody like some, like when you tease somebody, then in the villages they used to say that, is she from the city? Since I'm from the village, is that woman from the city? And then in the cities they used to say, is she some foreigner? Is she some girl from some different land, some another region of the world? Is she that? She says like that. And then the Divine Masculine says, to tease her, but obviously, both of them are playing this funny conversation. To tease her, he says, yeah, of course there is someone, and she's so beautiful. And people kiss her feet, people are happy wherever she goes, and she's the one, she's the big deal I'm after, he says that. And obviously in his imagination the big deal is the Divine Feminine, and he has this imagination for her. Like a lot of couples do this. They always like to dress up their lover in a certain way, make them look in a certain way, or have some kind of fantasy for them in a certain dress or in a certain way. So he is imagining her in certain way, looking in a certain style, acting in a certain style, and he's imagining her like that. And for some people it is this energy that he has already seen her in her full bloom. So even in the 3D world, or even say in the, it's not to condescend, okay, it's not to condescend, even in the 3D world, in the regular day, she's looking in a certain way, she's acting in a certain way, she's behaving in a certain way, and then he's imagining her in a more superior way, but not to put her down in what she is wearing on it, or what she is looking. It's just a fun way of imagining. Like, your divine masculine comes to meet you in a t-shirt and a jeans, and you're imagining him in this tuxedo, and or in some sort of a black suit with a white shirt, or I'm just saying these kind of things, so she's imagining him like that. But in this channeling, in this sequence, he's the one who's imagining her in that certain attire, certain style, and he's looking at her only, and he's saying, yeah, there is one girl, there's one very beautiful girl, she's from another place, some other, in this context we can say she's from some other dimension, or she's some other realm only. And wow, like what to say, she's so nice. And she's, so to a villager you would say she's from the city, she's that nice. And then the girl, which is the divine feminine, she says, oh yeah, really, she's from some other world. She taunts him again and she says, I am the one, okay, I am the beauty queen, I am the beautiful girl, I am the most charming. If you don't understand my value, you don't know my value, you know what, I care a damn. I will still sing, I will still dance, and you're the one who is chasing me now, okay? You're the one who came to me now. So don't act like, you don't like me, you don't love me. Stop playing this game with me, okay? And this is after they have reconciled, they've said sorry to each other. It's just one of the moods, one of the moods when you're just pulling each other's leg, or you've, thought about some past hurt or something, and then the divine feminine has this habit of taunting the masculines. This is a very womanly thing that a lot of women do. So she's like, yeah man, you did not get my value, but you know what, I don't need your validation, I don't need your stamp, I am very nice, I'm amazing, okay, fine, be happy, smile, do whatever. So this is one playful channeling that I got, and it happened in the first week of August. It will like it will happen for many of you, or maybe some of you, I got a vision actually from couple of different people in different places, and it was a very pleasant, it's a good energy for earth also, for mother earth, to have this kind of playful moments, something that happens in the beginning of the spring, something that happens when the first rain happens, when it rains after a long time, or it's a beautiful rainy day. You feel so nice when the rain is heavy, and it has been a hot day and suddenly it rains. It's so refreshing. So this channeling is just like that. Or say the first snowfall, or the first warm day after winters. It's so fresh, so nice, and so happy. And both of them have found out little ways of not feeling bad about what each other of them say to each other, like how they used to quarrel, and how they used to be like, hey, you talk to me like this, you don't respect me, you're not this, you're not that, I hate you and you can go to hell. And then she's blaming him, and then he's blaming her. All that is passé now in this channeling. As per this channeling, all that is gone now. They have found out ways to pull each other's leg without offending each other, and without taking it personally. It's more important, let me tell you this, all of you people who are listening, it's more important to not take it personally. Divine feminines should know this. If you are very confident, if you are very happy with yourself, if other person says something mean to you also, even if they say something mean, you're not going to take it like that. And then when you don't take it like that, the meanness is automatically gone. Someone says, hey, you, blackie. Now, in the whole world, there's this whole Black Lives Matter is going on, Black Lives Matter. And it is such a sensitive topic. But when you come to India, and if you go to the villages in India, if you go to the, just a few years back from now, few decades back from now, people used to have many kids in the house. And all kids used to be different. One, in the same house, there used to be a kid, who's darker in complexion. One used to be fair in complexion, the other one used to be tall, another one used to be thin, the other one used to be really fat. So they all used to have different nicknames according to their physical appearances. The parents would give them nicknames. The one who's darker in complexion, they would call him Kalu. One who's fair in complexion, they would call him Seti. Like in Nepalese language, in my mother tongue language, they would, for the fair people, they say white people, jokingly, to pull their leg, they would say Seti, Seto, white. Then for the one who's fat, they will call them Motu. And these are the nicknames. Imagine you're daily being called like that. You're being called Motu, you're being called Kalu, you're being called Seti, you're being called all sorts of names. And the families, I remember we had one cousin who was very fat, so we used to all call her Bhains, the whole end. Bhains means buffalo. So that is her nickname, and she would never hate it. It was like we used to call her, like her name was like that. We used to say, hey you, buffalo, come here. Now in today's world, you start doing this to someone, they will call you racist. There will be major issues. Obviously, if you do it to condescend someone, hey you black guy, hey you nigger, come here. This anger, this frustration has also come in people because people have forgotten that it's alright to be black or white or dark or fat or tall. If someone is very tall, and you say, hey you tall fellow like a ladder, come here and do some work. Now, if the other person gets offended, hey, you called me a ladder? Are you stupid? Are you crazy? You mean to say that I'm a ladder? You think I'm a ladder? You think this? You think... And they start fighting. If he says, hey, you ladder, you can call, hey, you, whatever that person is, shorty. I'm just trying to put a point across that in this divine masculine and feminine, and most of you will relate with this. If you guys have gone through these stupid fights, you would know what I'm talking about. I'm talking from my own experience as well. So you would know that this small words can pinch really hard and really bad, and they can last for months and months, and for some people for decades, for years, that so and so person said this to me. I will never forgive that person. Don't forgive. Keep rolling in anger, keep rolling in pain, keep rolling in misery. But if you say, yeah man, okay, this person called me fat, so what, I was fat, big deal. And if you love your fat body, if you love your fat side, if you love the body fat you own, you possess, then you will never hate it. And look at some of those beautiful models in this planet. There are so many plus size models now who have appreciated and loved their body, and they are showing it off to the world. Look at all the black models who are doing so well. Look at all the people with those unique skin conditions. They are doing so well. If you really love who you are, how nature has made you, just like a flower doesn't think that why the nature made me yellow and then put this pink dots on my nose. I want to go to a plastic surgeon and remove this. I mean, people like Kardashians and Kylie Jenner and Kim Kardashian and all these people, they are setting such bad examples on the planet. They are getting their nose fixed, they are getting their ass fixed, they are getting their stomach tucked in, they don't love themselves. If you think that they have 160 million followers and they must be so happy riding those cars, driving those cars, living in those big fancy houses, making so much money, don't think they are happy people. They are extremely miserable and unhappy because they don't love themselves how God has created them, and nothing will ever be enough for them. They will always be looking at the mirror and thinking, oh, now I have a wrinkle, now my hair is turning white, or now my body fat has become this now. And this is a business. They have turned the whole planet into a business because impressionable teens and women, they follow them, they do those things, they regret it because that can't make you happy. So in this channeling, I just want to say that don't take your twin's words personally. If you get triggered by something your twin says, it means you need to look within, you need to go within, and you need to find out where is that trigger coming from. It's definitely coming from your childhood traumas, your childhood healing. Your inner wounded child is the one who's screaming and crying and howling because it feels unsafe and unprotected. It feels like somebody is out there to get me, this person is going to hurt me so bad. So if someone makes fun of you, don't take it seriously. Think, why is this causing me pain? Okay, and if you're looking for inner wounded child healing, if you're looking for childhood trauma healing and you don't know how to go about it, then again write to me. You can write into me and you can contact me on Instagram. I have given all the details under the description box, and you can connect with me and you can ask me for healing, or you can ask me for a reading. You're not alone in this planet, and you don't have to think that you're all by yourself. But these things need to be healed, and there are special tools and there are special techniques for healing. There are special counseling sessions that we can do, and through which we can heal these problems. And after you feel so relaxed and after you've transmutated the anger into love, you'll no longer feel bad about what your twin has said to you. You will see the comedy, you will see the jokes, you will see the fun, you will see the giggles and the laughter. If he calls you by names or you call them by name, you can call each other anything. You can call each other brinjal also, yeah. How does it matter? You can call, I mean, literally all the couples who love each other, they always pull each other's leg and they never feel bad about it. That is how a strong, stable relationship is formed. So to transmutate your anger towards the twin, you can write into me, and on this I will end this channeling, this really fun, happy channeling. And I'm looking forward to more and more people who go through this amazing phase of forgiving each other. And in the moment, forgiveness is important, and that will only come with practice. It will not happen in one day. And for practice sessions also, when you get in touch with me, when we do the healing sessions, you will get to know how step by step we can unravel the layers, the hidden layers inside another person's mind. Going back into the childhood and finding out all the episodes from which they've actually generated. They found a seed, they found a fertilized soil, and they grew so big into this huge tree, and now we have to cut the tree, and now the tree can also produce more seeds. So before that stage happens, before it becomes so bad that you can't even fix it, try to fix it. Thank you so much for being here, and all the very best.